Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're just coming across my video for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, drop a comment. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love you so much. Thank you guys. So today we'll be drafting a short pant with a cargo pocket. So I folded my fabric into two and I'm marking the starting line. So from the middle part, I'm going to go in by 1 inch just to know where I'm supposed to rule from. 1 inch, then I'll rule it on a straight line down. So I'll start imputing my measurements. From that line I marked up, I'll go down by 9 inches, which is my hip line. And I'll rule a straight line across it. Now I'm going to take my crotch measurement. To get your crotch measurement, you divide your hip by 4. Mine is 11, so I'm ruling 11. I'll rule a straight line across it. Then I'll take my full pant measurement, which is 21. I'll rule a straight line across it. So now I'm going to mark my hip measurement on the hip, which is 11, hip line, which is 11. I'll mark the same thing on the crotch line and on the waist line. And I'll rule a straight line across it. Remember, I'm starting my measurement from that 1 inches I took inward from the center. I'm just using that as my starting point. So I'm ruling a straight line across the measurement. So now I'm going to impute my lap measurement divided by 2 plus ease. My lap measurement is 14.5 plus ½ inch ease allowance. I'm marking that on the crotch. Then I'll connect it on a curve line to that same hip line I measured straight. Watch how I curve. So now I'm going to divide the crotch measurement I imputed. That's my lap, which is 15. I'm going to divide it by 2 and mark half of it. That's the midpoint. I'll mark same thing at the full length, half of it. Then I'll rule a straight line across it from the crotch to the full length. So I'll start by imputing my waist measurements. My waist divided by 4 is 9.5. So I'm going to add 1 inch for that allowance. So I'm going in towards the crotch line with ½ inch. That's towards the center part with ½ inch. Then I'll connect from the waist to the hip, then from the hip to that ½ inch at the crotch part. That is to give our hip a very nice shape. That is why I went in by ½ inch. You can as well skip that if you don't want it. So now I divide my full length, that's my thighs, where I want the shorts to stop. The round measurement, I divided it by 2. So that is what I'm marking out now. It's 6.5. So I'll connect it to that 1/2 inch at the crotch and to the crotch line at the front. So I'm just making a curve line so that when I cut, I won't have any shortage when joining it. So I'm marking my dart, which is 5. I normally go in by 5 or 6 inch for my front dart. So now at the front crotch, I'm going in by 1 inch and I'll connect it to the waistline. So let's cut. We're done cutting the front. So I just placed the front pattern on the back, leaving 1 inch upward and at least 4 inches at the crotch. So I'm marking the crotch line at the back and the hip line, so I'll know where to place my measurement. So from the front crotch line, I'm going out by 2.5 inch, and at the full length I'm going out by 2 inches. So I'll connect from that 2 inch on a straight line to the 2.5 inch at the crotch line. So now I'm taking my waist measurement, starting from the front waist, my full waist measurement. Look at where I started from the front waist, my full waist measurement with the 1 inch that I added. Then I'll add 3.5 inch as allowance at the waist part, 3.5 inch. And I'll connect that to the crotch of the front pattern. Just notice the way I roll it. From that 3.5, I came out with, I connected straight to the crotch line. Then from the crotch at the back, the crotch line at the back, that's the 2.5 inch, I just connected on the curve line straight to that same line I marked from the waist to the crotch. So this is the front pattern and this is the back. So we'll start by taking one piece of the front pattern and one piece of the back pattern, and we'll join it with 1/2 inch at the hip line. I'll do the same thing to the other part and bring it for us to see. I'm done joining it with 1/2 inch. As you can see, that's the front and the back by the hip side with 1/2 inch. So now I'm going to join the 2 front crotch with 1/2 inch. The 2 front crotch, I'm going to join it with 1/2 inch. After joining it, I'll just impute my dart, my front dart and my back dart, and I'll bring it for us to see. I'm done joining the front crotch and also my darts, and I give it a nice press. So right now I'm trying to get the part where I can fix my cargo pocket. If you do not know how to draft or sew these pockets, you can check my video. I dropped a video about how to draft the cargo pocket. So I'm marking down 9 inches. That's my hip. I want it to start immediately under my hip. So 9 inches I'm going to mark. So I'll place the pockets, the one I drafted out, just the way I'm showing you. I'll just sketch out the pockets on the fabric so that I will know where to sew on. You just need to watch that video so that you understand more about this cargo pocket. So I'll do the same thing at the other side towards the hip line. That's where I'm placing my cargo pockets. So I'm done inserting the pockets. I just sewed it with 1/4 of an inch round on top of the sketch I made earlier. So the cover part I just sew in 1/4 of an inch, turn it and top stitch on it. So now we are going to join the back crotch, but before that we'll take our waist measurements. See how I place the back crotch together. So we'll start by taking our waist measurement from the front waist, that's towards the crotch. Mine is 19, so I marked, and connect it to the crotch at the back. So no matter how much the remaining allowance is, just ignore it. Just mark your waist, then connect it to the crotch. Make sure as you're curving it, you curve it to 1/2 inch at the crotch, 1/2 inch at the crotch. So you curve from the waist to 1/2 inch at the curve, just the way I did. So now I'm done sewing it down. You can see. So now I'm going to take the round waist measurement. I'll start from my one part of the hip line where I'm going to insert the zip. I'll just open it up and take my waist measurement. I got my waist measurement of 38.5. So I cut out a very long pieces of 40 inches. Ironed it. I ironed 1/2 inch in from one side. Then I fold it into 2 equal parts and iron it. I first of all ironed 1/2 inch, fold it into 2 equal parts and ironed it. The other part is not having any 1/2 inch, which is this. So that other part that is not folded, you sew it, that's from the back 1/2 inch round. Then you turn it to that place that has the folded parts and top stitch on it with 1/2 inch round. Top stitch on it round. So I'm going to hem the down part with that allowance I left. After hemming it, I will now join the crotch together. You join the front crotch and the back crotch, let it match at the center part. Then you sew to one side and sew to the other side too with 1/2 inch. I'll bring it back for us to see. I'm done joining the waistband, hemming the down, and also joining the crotch. You can see how beautiful the short is. If you watch my video up to this part, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe, support your girl. Your subscription means a lot to me. It's free of charge. Please like this video, comment, share, turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I post a new video. I love you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. Support your girl, please. Support your girl. You can see how beautiful this pant is, and I believe it's going to look perfect on you because this is the simplest method of making any pant, either long, short, any pants. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Bye bye.